I am from India, but let's try getting the Spanish accent in. Let's give it a shot. Do Real Madrid deserve the La Liga this year, or is it because of the referees? The referees, it's a Real Madrid or a Real Madrid? Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode from Get in Football. Whoa, what's the Real Madrid logo doing here? Well, we are starting a new series. We're gonna have quite a few episodes. It's gonna be called The Big Dogs. Basically, we're gonna be talking about not only United and Chelsea or the Premier League, we're gonna be talking about all the big clubs in the world and how I have assessed their season, how my friends have assessed their season. The domestic season, as of now, the Champions League is still remaining, but today we're going to start off with none other than Real Madrid. So when you talk about Madrid, the first question which comes in the mind of many people this year is, have Real Madrid deserved the La Liga? Have they shown what it takes to have won the La Liga, or is it just because of the referees? Well, well, this is my take on it. Real Madrid deserve the La Liga this year. Yes, they have got penalties. Yes, many of them. And to be honest, there have been a few penalties which have been a bit questionable. But is there anything which makes me say that Barca deserved it more than Real Madrid this year? I doubt. I really doubt this. Barca bottled it. They were, I think, they had a lead of 4 points, if I'm not wrong, when the coronavirus pandemic struck, and in the remaining 8 games they had to consolidate the 4-point lead, and they were awful. They gave Real Madrid the title in game week 37 itself, and I feel Real Madrid have deserved the title thoroughly. And to be honest, during the preseason, Real versus Atletico was a game. Okay, no one cares about the preseason, admitted, but they got battered 7-3 by Atleti. First thing, Atletico is not an attacking team. They leaked 7 goals. And this is the same defense which was piss poor last year, except one signing, which we are going to be talking about soon. And moreover, how have this team gelled and been able to win a La Liga title when no one gave them a chance? Injuries and lots of things to talk about. So I'm gonna start right now, guys. If you have not liked the video or subscribed to our channel, please do it. Helps us, motivates us to make more and more content for you people. Let's get started. First and foremost, the transfer window. Real Madrid signed Eden Hazard, Luka Jovic, Ferland Mendy, Rodrigo Goes, and Eder Militao. So everyone will be like, whoa, they won the La Liga. They made so many signings. Papa Perez spent so much. Okay, that's the reason they won it. But think about this. Eden Hazard's been injured for almost the entire season. He comes back after 4-5 games, plays a game, and gets injured and again goes off for 3 to 4 games more. Eden Hazard hasn't played enough. Eder Militao, he's a bench player. Luka Jovic, he was supposed to be the next number 9 of Real Madrid after Karim Benzema. He could not displace him. Talking about Rodrigo, well, he is what a Dan James is to United. He himself never expected to start for Real Madrid. He was just someone who was bought to develop and in the coming years become a star at Real Madrid. He was not expected to start. According to me, the one signing which has definitely played one of the biggest role in Real Madrid lifting the La Liga, Ferland Mendy, guys. The same backline of Courtois, Carvajal, Sergio Ramos, Rafael Varane, and Marcelo last year league goals for fun. They league goals for fun. That defense was considered to be one of the worst in Europe among the top clubs, and Zidane, he got mocked for playing that. And when he signed Courtois, there were eyebrows raised. Keylor Navas had won 3 Champions League titles for the club, which is not a joke. You don't win Champions League just with a mediocre keeper. Keylor Navas was a very good keeper. Zidane took the brave decision to get him away and play Thibaut Courtois. And he had a very poor season last year. so many memes. He got trolled, he got bantered, got whistled by his own fans, which is very common if you know what Real Madrid is. Nevertheless, well, that same defense this year has conceded the least goals in La Liga. If I'm not wrong, they might be the club to concede the least amount of goals among the top 5 leagues. They have conceded only 25 goals this season, with Thibaut Courtois taking home the Golden Glove. I don't know what you call it in Spanish, but yeah, I forgot. Taking home the Golden Glove. And the only difference in that backline has been Ferland Mendy. So everyone knows how good Marcelo has been for Madrid. He's a legend there. And I feel that, maybe in the past 1 or 2 years, Marcelo's defensive frailties were literally carried by Ronaldo. How? Well, the defensive part did not get much attention because the link up between Ronaldo and Marcelo is phenomenal, and he used to get so many assists, so many goals as well, and that kind of put the attention away that he is defensively frail. So when Ronaldo left, Marcelo did not offer much going forward as well. He was poor, and his defensive frailties came into picture because he is not giving much going ahead. So your defensive frailties come ahead. And last year when Lopetegui came, if I pronounce it right, he benched Marcelo. He played Sergio Reguilon, who according to me is a very good player. And same happened when Solari came, when Lopetegui got sacked, and Marcelo somehow was nowhere in the frame. But then when Zidane came, he again got Marcelo in. He loaned out Reguilon to Sevilla, and this year signed Ferland Mendy, who has been a rock at the left side. Going forward, he was a bit suspect initially, but as the season progressed, he was brilliant. He's Hulk. He has locked the left side down for Real Madrid, and he has been the signing of the year for Real Madrid according to me. And I don't think there will be many eyebrows raised about this. Eden Hazard, yes, maybe long term he's the best signing, but this season Hazard's barely played. Fact. And not taking anything away from the other back line, Ramos and Varane have been rock solid. Thibaut Courtois, unbelievable, and Dani Carvajal. So many eyebrows raised on Carvajal, saying his career is done. He's no more what he used to be. That's what happened last season. He didn't have a good season last year, but this year he's turned it around. He was so good, Real Madrid didn't even think about keeping Achraf Hakimi for the next season. They are backing Dani Carvajal still. Hakimi is one of the best right backs in Europe. They sold him for 40 million to Inter Milan. Says a lot about how good Dani Carvajal has been this season for Real Madrid. The midfield has been, I think, if Real Madrid, individually, I don't see anyone in Real Madrid saying, yes, I'm the player of the year. No, I don't see that, because it's a team. They have played as a team, and every single person in the team has contributed to the success. Let me get this straight. In the Real Madrid starting 11, which is the most played 11 by Zidane this year, the highest paid money for a player, I think, is Ferland Mendy in the range of 50 million. Hazard has not played enough games. It's been Vinicius and Rodrigo up front. Fede Valverde, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Karim Benzema, Sergio Ramos, Rafa Varane, Dani Carvajal, Thibaut Courtois. It's not like other clubs who have won the title and literally you have seen that there's one player who has carried them to the title. Let's think about this. I'm talking about the top 5 leagues in Europe and the champions of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Bayern München, what's their front three? Lewandowski, Gnabry, and Kingsley Coman. If you talk about Bayern as a whole, if someone tells who's Bayern player of the year, Lewandowski comes in your mind. Talk about PSG, Mauro Icardi, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar Jr. Who's the player of the year? Kylian Mbappe. Juventus, Douglas Costa, Paulo Dybala, Ronaldo. Who's the player of the year? Ronaldo. First thing which comes to your mind. Liverpool, Firmino, Salah, Mane. Brilliant front three, banging goals left, right and center. Who's the player of the year? Okay, you might be like, okay, some guys will say Henderson, which I don't think. I think it's between Trent and Van Dijk, and that's a very common opinion. But now, when it comes to Real Madrid, look at that front three: Karim Benzema, Rodrigo Goes, Vinicius Junior. What if I tell you that Real Madrid's top scorer has been Karim Benzema with I think 21 goals, second is Sergio Ramos with 11, and third is Toni Kroos with 4. Basically, from the wings, there have been no goals. No Vinicius, Rodrigo, no one has scored. Enough. I think both have scored 3 or something like that. Hazard has also barely scored. So how did Real Madrid even win the title if only their number 9 has been scoring goals? You don't win titles just like that. The midfield, huge contribution of Real Madrid's success is the midfield. Each and every one of them has put in a phenomenal performance this season. Who? Casemiro, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, Fede Valverde. Unbelievable this season. Many thought Modric was done, 35, aging, he's not gonna offer much. Brilliant season. For a 35-year-old, whenever he got called on, he did the job. He did the job. No one expected this. Got lots of stick, winning the Ballon d'Or, didn't deserve the Ballon d'Or. Sell him, whatever. He stepped up this season. Fede Valverde, Toni Kroos. Again, I don't know what to say about these two guys. They have, and Casemiro obviously. If Real Madrid were without, these 4 midfielders, if they were without even any one of them, I don't think Real Madrid would have won the title. They would not have won the title. The midfield ran the show. The likes of Kroos and Valverde, especially Kroos, he was the one who controlled the tempo of Real Madrid. If he wants to move the ball, if Real Madrid want to press high, attack, he would move the ball fast. If they have a comfortable lead, he can slow the game down. He's the guy who sets the tempo for the team. Unbelievable. But for me, if there's anyone who comes close to player of the season, I don't have a player of the season, but I have this guy here. Here you go. What to say about this guy? I don't know. Won 3 Champions League for the clubs. Left the club on his own. Real Madrid was struggling last year. Came back again, took the club up to where it belongs to be in the global, world. When Zidane came in last year, I don't think Real Madrid actually directly improved or anything. They were still pretty bad. Even in the preseason, Zidane wasn't doing great. And there were links that Zidane might get the sack just before the season starts. But no, this guy is a genius. Yeah, people have said that the 3 Champions Leagues won by Zidane, it's because of the players he had and not because of his tactical sharpness. I was one of them for a while, but I disagree. My opinion has changed. This guy has won the title comfortably with this Real Madrid team, who, according to me, was, what to say, I can say it was weaker than last season. It was weaker than last season. Barring Ferland Mendy, who came in, Real Madrid didn't have enough of Fede Valverde last season. They had more of Gareth Bale playing. Then Rodrigo and Vinicius this year have been wildcards. Both of them wouldn't have expected to start so many games for the club. Yeah, they did, and they did a decent job, I would say, considering it's their first full season as a Real Madrid starter. Because Hazard's injury meant Vinicius almost started every game. Isco was also injured, so Vinicius had to play lots of minutes, and same with Rodrigo. Rodrigo has been brilliant in the Champions League. First season in the La Liga, not bad, I would say. But what I want to say is, Real Madrid don't have one player who has won them the title. It's the entire team combined together to win them the title. Every single one of them has played a huge role. It's not a one-man army. And on top of that, the signings which Barca have made, Frenkie de Jong, Antoine Griezmann, who else? Ansu Fati has come up. Leo Messi, obviously, that's a big factor. I mean, Real lost Cristiano, and just think about this. The last time Real won the La Liga, who were their main the main front three. Isco played, Ronaldo played, and Benzema played, or Gareth Bale. These. Who did Real Madrid win the La Liga with this year? Vinicius, Benzema, Rodrigo. Speaks volumes about Zidane. He has instilled the winning mentality into this club. No one before the season started expected Real Madrid to win the league. I did not. Especially how the preseason went as well and how bad they were last year. Barring Ferland Mendy, no other player actually started for them. The squad depth has been decent at the back line, decent in the midfield, but in the forwards, it's been bad. Bale has barely played because of his golf and his obviously his relationship with Zidane, which is, as we all know, not great. Zidane has transformed Real Madrid. No words at all. I mean, it's unreal. There's no star in the team. There's no, there's no player who Real Madrid have bought for like 80 or 90 million, and that person has bagged like 20-25 goals for the club. That's not happened this year. It's been a team effort, and this success story is it deserves to be one of the greatest La Liga title wins of all time, just because how frail and how weak Real Madrid were as compared to the previous Real Madrid teams who have won the La Liga. That's what I have to say. And this War Madrid, it's not gonna take you anywhere. They deserve the title. That's it. And it's okay if you're a Barca fan to ridicule them by saying War Madrid, but deep down, you know that your manager is, and you need a number 9. Luis Suarez is aging, and I don't see Braithwaite taking up the number 9 or anything. And you need a centre back. PK is aging, and Umtiti, Longley are decent, but I don't think they're Barca level. Arthur has left. There are lots of things to do, and next season even Eden Hazard's gonna be fit, and I see him firing all guns next year, showing why he deserves the number 7 at Real Madrid. He wants to prove that point, because after Ronaldo, Mariano Diaz took that shirt. It was too heavy for Mariano to carry. He's not as good as a player to take the number 7 from someone like Ronaldo. Eden Hazard took it now, and he will give his all to prove Real Madrid that he is the heir for the number 7. Okay, coming to the end, gonna rate Real Madrid's season this year. So this as you can see is a 1 to 10 rating, 1 being poor and 10 being excellent beyond imagination. Here's my rating. 10, no doubt 10. If Real Madrid had the teams which have won the La Liga for them in the past, say the one which won La Liga 3 years back, I would still wait to see what they do in the Champions League to give them, I might give them a 9, or I might have even given them a 10. I don't know. But this team definitely deserves a 10. Just solely because of the players with which Real Madrid, won the league. The front three of Barca is Lionel Messi, Antoine Griezmann, Luis Suarez. The front three of Real Madrid is Karim Benzema, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo Goes. So much difference. Every single one of the Barca forwards can claim to be miles better than each one of these three. But Real Madrid had the chemistry, Real Madrid had the right manager, which took them through, which won them the title. And kudos to Zidane and co, completely deserved it. And I really hope they stage a comeback against Man City in the Champions League. Gonna be very, very interesting to watch, coming up in like 4 days. Yeah, they're 2-1 down, and okay, Eden Hazard and who else was injured? I think Eden Hazard itself, he's fit, might play. Bale, I don't know what Zidane does, what goes on in his mind. But if Real Madrid scored first against City, I see Real Madrid going through. I don't think City have been great this season when they have been, they've gone behind. If City get the first goal, it might be rampant. City might steamroll Madrid. I don't know. But if Real Madrid get the first goal, I think Real Madrid are going through. So that's what my review of Real Madrid season was this year. Phenomenal season. If I have to name 3 best players of Real Madrid, okay, I'll say 4 because goalkeeper, defense, and forward. Goalkeeper obviously Courtois. Defense, I would give it, controversially I'll give it to Ferland Mendy. People might say Sergio Ramos. You're not wrong, but I think Ferland Mendy has had such an influence on the club, and he deserves it. Midfield, I would give it to Toni Kroos. Flawless this season. Front forward, obviously it's going to be Karim Benzema, no doubt. That's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Do subscribe and do comment which is the next club you want me or my friends to give a small review about, and we would be doing the same. Looking forward for the next video according to what you guys comment, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and please do subscribe in the bottom right hand.